Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all of you. How are you all doing? Grade 1? Good? That's really great. Yes, I'm also good. Alhamdulillah. So, how was your Eid? Was it good? That's amazing. Okay, so welcome back after the long vacations. And inshallah, from today's class, we will be starting with week 21 of lectures, right? So today is the first lesson of week number 21, and we will be continuing with the unit that we were doing before the vacations. And the unit was related to geometrical shapes, right? So who is going to tell me that what we have done so far in this unit? Yes, raise your hands. Hurry up. How many of you have revised what we have done so far? Okay, so what we have discussed basically. Excellent, excellent, Sarah. First, we talked about the geometrical shapes. We discussed all the geometrical shapes in detail, like square, rectangle, triangle, oval, circle, right? Hexagon, pentagon. So we discussed all these shapes separately, one by one, and we discussed what are their characteristic features, how many faces, how many sides does each shape have, how many corners does they have, how do they look like, etc., etc., right? Okay, then we discussed the patterns as well, right? Let's say, and what are the patterns? A pattern is basically formed by repeating the same shapes or same things over and over again, right? So like I told you that we have patterns on the clothes, like you see this cloth which I am wearing now, it has a pattern. See these triangles, it's a pattern. So and what, how the pattern is made? By repeating the same color triangle. First we have a line of pink triangles, then we have a line of yellow and white, then we have blue, and in this manner a pattern is created on the clothes, right? And similarly, look at this. See, the pattern is created by using the same shape or same design. Or look at these flowers. So this is how a pattern is created. But a pattern is not limited only to the clothes, but other patterns, we can also create patterns with the geometrical shapes on different elements, right? And we discussed that how we can create patterns with geometrical shapes as well. Got it? So any confusion up till now? Everything is clear? Okay, very good. So now in today's class, we will be doing a new topic that is about the positional words, or we can call them as prepositions. So positional words, as its name suggests, that these are the words which basically tells us about the position of something, that where the thing is being placed, right? Let's say I ask you that where is the numeracy book? Okay, so you can say that it is, or let's say this book, or if I ask you where is the marker, where is the board marker, so you can say that the board marker is on the book, right? Now on, the word on is telling you about the position of the marker, right? It has a meaning. When this word is used, we get a meaning from it. Similarly, if I ask you, there are these prepositional words, these are used commonly in our daily life. We use them, in a lot of times in our daily activities. Let's say the bag is on the table, the or the table is under the shelf, or the book is on the table. My brother is hiding behind the tree. Now behind, on, in, these are all the prepositional words or the prepositions, right? So before moving forward, or before discussing the examples of them, I'm going to share the screen with you, and we have an interesting video related to that. So let's watch the video together, and then we will discuss every word with the example. Okay, so show me a thumbs up if my screen is visible. Is it okay? Great.
Let's learn preposition. He is on the horse. They are in the car. The frog is under the tree. The sheep are jumping over the hurdle.
Okay, so see, there were four examples discussed in this video. The sheeps were herding over. Now, the word over was telling us about the position of the sheeps. Similarly, the frog was sitting under the tree. So, the word under is telling us about the position of the frog. And similarly, they are sitting in the car. So, the word in is telling us about their position, right? So, these are all the positional words or the prepositions. Now, the examples or the words that we have get through the video are on, in, then we have under and over, right? But the prepositional words or positional words are not limited to only these four. We have a lot of positional words. We will discuss them. So now I'm going to share the screen again with you, and we have some positional words and their description as well, that what does it mean basically. Okay, so look at this picture. It's very beautifully presented, that what does each word mean. Let's say when we say that the mouse is under the box, so under means this. When something is in this position, then we will be using the word under, right? Then when something is sitting in between the two objects, then we will be using the word between. The bird is sitting between the boxes, right? Now, then we have close to. Now, this cat is sitting close to the box. Now, you get this idea that when the word close to will be used, this means that the object and the thing will having this distance or these positions, right? Then we have in or inside. Now, the cat is in the box or inside the box, right? Now, when something is sitting in something or in the box or in the chair, in something in the car, then this means that this word has this meaning. These pictures are basically telling you about the meaning of these words, right? Are you getting this all? Very good. Okay. So look at the next word. Then we have above, right? Now, when something will have a this position, we will be using the word above to tell about that. Let's say the bird is above the box, right? Got it? Okay. Now, when something will be hiding behind something, hiding, then we will be using the word behind. Let's say the cat is behind the box, right? Okay, look at the next preposition. The next is on. Now, this bird is sitting on the box. Now, again, this word is telling us about the position of the word, that where the bird is actually sitting. And the last but not the least is in front of. When something will be sitting in this manner, then we will be using the word or the preposition in front of to tell their position. Let's say the cat is sitting in front of the box. Got it? So these are the few examples and their picture description of what does these words actually mean, right? But we are not done with all of the prepositions yet. Even we have some more as well. So I'll be showing you another picture in which we have some more prepositions. Let's look at this. These are some other prepositions that we use in our daily life. We have above, across, after, against, then we have along, among, around, then at, before. See, now all of these are basically written in alphabetical order, right? First we have all the prepositions that starts with a, then we have with b, then we don't have any preposition with c, so we have one with d, then with l, then n, o, T and W, right? But these are not all, right? They have sum up few of them, okay, in an alphabetical order. So these are the prepositions that we use in our daily life routine to tell about the position of something. Got it? Any confusion? Okay. So now before moving toward the exercise in your book, I want you to please Repeat this for me, what we have studied so far. Yes, who is going to revise this for the whole class? Okay, yes, Vase, please. First of all, tell the definition of prepositions or positional words. Very good, which tells us about the position of something. Excellent. Okay. And can you tell us some examples of it as well? In, on, at, under. Very good. Okay, class. Now I want all of you to please open your book, page number 105. This is page number 105, and the topic name is position, right? Please open this. Everybody, please open your book. Okay, all of you are done. So let's start practicing this. Where is the dog? Inside or outside? Inside. Very good, Elise. Okay, who is going to tell us the next one? Where is the dog in the second picture? Over here. Outside. Excellent. So now through this, you can easily see the difference between inside and outside, right? Look at the next picture. Where is the mouse? On or under the table? The mouse is on the table. Very good. And in this picture, the mouse is under the table. Very good, Amna. Okay, let's move forward. Where are the flowers? To the left or to the right of Sania? Now look at the right or left of Sania. You're not supposed to tell yours. You're supposed to tell Sania's. So this is Sania's right hand and this one is Sania's left hand. So the flowers are to the right of Sania. Very good. Okay. Circle the bird that is just before the chick. Now here we have two birds. This is a parrot and then we have a duck. We are supposed to circle the bird which is before the chick. So which one is before the chick? The parrot. Very good. Circle it. And the last we have, which animal is near the finish line? Put a tick on that, okay? So here we have two animals. Which is far from the finish line? Put a cross on it. So which one is near? The turtle. The turtle is about to finish the race, right? So you are supposed to put a tick on it. Very good. And what about this? The snail is behind it. So we will put a cross on it. Very good. Was it interesting? Excellent. Okay. Now, before ending the class, I want you to please write few prepositional words or prepositions that you have learned today that are new for you. Like you already knew about some of them, right? But we have discussed a lot of them. So you are supposed to write those which are new, which you have learned today. Okay. Hurry up. Let me know when you are done. All of you are done? Okay, show it to me. Excellent. Okay, class. So that was all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the lecture. Do share this video with others because it's free learning. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Take care. Allah Hafiz.